Hello. Um, let's see if I sit over here, like it's gonna go. How about I'm in Miami right now, and I thought I would do this video. I really want to close the closet, so it's fine. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm so excited to be here with you because we're talking about something important, something about the masterclass that we're having at the end of this month. Let me know if you can hear me and see me very well. I'm excited to be doing this because I'm actually going to be very vulnerable. I'm going to share something that happened a few days ago. Hello, welcome in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm actually in Miami, so we don't have the usual setup. I'm happy to be here with you because I'm being called to share this trigger that happened a few days ago. I wasn't ready to share it, but now I am. And I really wanted to go into detail on why our mind is really a projector of all of our past experiences. Let me know if this is resonating. So when you first are born, you experience emotions. You witness your family maybe being loving to each other, maybe fighting to each other. So there's a small part of the brain that doesn't stop um, growing until you are 32. That part of the brain is the prefrontal cortex. That's where all of our stored emotions are being stored as we go through life. And it is so important and so essential how you experience your life within the first few years of your life, because how you experience those 3 years, it's actually what's going to continue repeating throughout your life until you are 32. So, whatever you learn, whatever you witness, um, how do you see your parents, like everything that you think that means support, everything that you see, people getting angry to each other, like, do you know how when a baby cries, he's either going to get health support, fed milk, and what else, or put to sleep. So you all of our emotions are being essentially subconsciously, you're learning this throughout your this first years of your life. And then as you grow older, like, you have experiences in your childhood, in your school, with friends, loving relationships, and then um, each of those come the childhood wounds. We learn that just because somebody doesn't choose us, or we learn that maybe speaking is not safe for us. We learn that maybe because we're voicing our desires, maybe because we are sharing something and somebody tells us to shut up, we learn that it is not safe to say what we think because somebody has told us to shut up in the past. So I come here today. I'm engaged. I often, like, my relationship is amazing, but many triggers happen within my relationship, and I usually don't blame my partner for whatever trigger is happening to me. So a few days ago, I was Um, what happened? Sorry. So a few days ago, I was with my partner, and he was with his phone. He works a lot, like essentially he needs to be on his phone. And um, if you're going to be with a provider or with a entrepreneur, they're going to be with their phone. Like you need to be able to communicate lovingly, right? So in this moment, in in the interaction with my partner, I wasn't able to share this situation in a loving manner with him. So I was just like, hey, like, stop. I didn't even tell him to stop doing it, but I basically blamed him. I basically blamed him for not paying attention to me because we were sitting down and we were at dinner, and um, I had dressed up very nice, and I was just like, I feel really. I didn't realize that I was feeling at that moment that I wasn't being seen. Hello, welcome in. So, when I journaled about this trigger later on, it came out that I wasn't feeling seen. I wasn't feeling this person that I'm showing up here with you today. I was so angry. And essentially, I was repeating what somewhere along the lines of my experience in this lifetime, I've learned that I had been unacknowledged. So I share with you today this situation because if you're manifesting something, triggers are gonna come right and left. When you start to decide that you're meant to expand right now, like it's not like it's easier. You're going to continue expanding, and then triggers are going to show up because they're going to be asked to heal. These triggers are meant to be witnessed. And at the end of the day, I felt unacknowledged, like while he was on his phone, and I blamed him. And essentially, I started, um, I realized what was happening after that trigger happened. So I'm sharing this today because this was not the first time that my mind was replaying that story. All of our stories are on repeat. So the first thing to do is to take inventory of everything that we have right now. And what is the first desire that's coming up um, for you? Like, what's the first desire that you want to accomplish? That next desire is for you to step up, either to step up or to show you what you're meant to do. Hi, Johnny. I'm originally from Peru. I'm currently in Miami. I'm very excited to be here with you today because um, something that I was journaling on that also came up is that desires are dormant until you expand. And when you expand, when you choose to expand, those desires that were dormant before are coming up because they're showing you your next level. Everybody gets triggered for something. Somebody gets gets triggered maybe by their partner, or maybe by their friends, maybe by social media. And whoever does not get triggered is because that they're playing small. They choose to not get out of their comfort zone. Let me know if this is resonating, because I realize that it's very uncomfortable to sit and look inwards. And I realize that even though I share all of this, I'm also human. So I'm also expanding as you expand. I was called to, share this, and because I've changed so much since this work started, since I started taking coaching, since I learned so much about psychology, since I learned how our mind works and how you are available for a different type of future if you're willing to put in the work. So, everything that you have in your life right now is essentially not true. That was the reason of this life. The trigger with my partner, it wasn't that I wasn't being unacknowledged. His action just triggered that. I'm never being unacknowledged by him. Never. Like, he is such an amazing partner. Like, I can only say great things about him. And to say that he's not unacknowledging, to say that he's not giving me attention for a short amount of period, like, where is this coming from? I had to look inwards to understand this better. Let me know if this is resonating with you, because I would love to know where your head is at. So, if we keep repeating the same patterns over and over, our reality and what we have in our brain is really subject to what our subconscious is it's running in the background. Let that sink in for a moment. Because what if I told you that in my childhood maybe I was unacknowledged, and out of nowhere I'm having this entire expansion right now in my current life, that this expansion was too scary for me, that I had to remember and put myself in this situation that my partner is unacknowledging me. He wasn't acknowledging me, but my childhood, my little Greta thinks that there's some part of me that is being unacknowledged. Like, what? Let that sink in for a moment, because what you're trying to manifest right now has everything to do with your triggers. They might be with belonging, they might be with comparing yourself, they might be with guilt, they might be with shame. Like, where are you in the emotion chart? In the masterclass, I'm going to show all of the emotions and how each of their frequency is lowering us our own frequency. Each person has a natural state, like a natural frequency. So what do you most feel every day? Bored, neutral, happy, excited, angry, sad, sadness, shame, guilt and shame is like one of the lowest frequencies in the emotion chart. Okay. So if we, sorry. Okay, so if we are feeling shame, that is bringing our frequency down. Sorry. Let's go back to the subject, and which is our mind is the projector, right? So whatever you have right now is not the truth. Is whatever your subconscious mind believes for you to be true. If you do not like your job, you believe that you're meant to do that job to make money. Whoever said that work is supposed to be hard, or that life is supposed to be hard, money, you're supposed to work hard for money. I've always, my entire lifetime, I've always was told by my dad, do whatever makes you happy. You know why? Because when you do whatever makes you happy, time flies when you're working. I don't believe that you are meant to work hard for money. You're meant to do something that fulfills you so much that it's going to have trees running out of cash. If you're meant to do something that you're not happy with, question that, because you're not supposed to be in that situation. Your subconscious mind, somewhere in your entire life, somebody told you that money is supposed to be hard, or work is supposed to be hard. Whoever said that all men are the same thing. Like, look at your entire life and all of the areas that you want to improve, or maybe that you want to be better, or expand, or create a better reality for yourself. You need to take inventory of all of the areas in your life to have that, to make a change, to do something different, and essentially get a different result. On June 30th, I'm doing a masterclass, and it has to do with identity. It has to do not only with a step 1, 2, 3, but it has to do what happens after you have this all of this information. It has to do with step 4 and step 5 as well, because most mentors, most books don't really teach you about the push and pull, don't really teach you about sabotage, don't really tell you what to do after you take all of this information in. What about the embodiment part? Like, you have to become this person and hold that reality for yourself. You have to also believe that that is happening for you. So I'll be speaking in the masterclass the entire framework from step 1 through 5, the things that you have to do, and then also that part of the push and pull, and the finishing of identities, the death of identity. Um, yeah, if you want to join in this masterclass, I have a link in the description box, and you have to subscribe, and you'll be receiving an email on June 29, one day before the masterclass, like a reminder. Okay. Also, if there are any questions, please let me know, because I would love to hear your point of view. Um, just to finish the thought, question what you have. And the first step towards this work is, are you willing to change? Are you willing to do something different? Like, are you willing to think differently? Are you willing to act differently? That's the first step. Like, okay, yeah. Like, if you have this positive attitude towards change, it'll become easier. If you have this willingness, it's because I am showing you the next step. You just need to follow it and believe that is true for you. Um, let me just see if I said everything that I meant to share. So, yeah, your mind is not recording reality, it's narrating it. So, the narration is based on old data. We have to go in and journal and write down everything that we know to be true. Once, uh, what happens, like, the difference between a projector and a camera. A projector, like, a camera catches the image right now. A projector, something is running from and like projecting it like against you. I don't know if I was able to explain that correctly. But this is not about positive thinking. That's a reminder that I needed to share with you, because it's about noticing, it's about questioning and breathing. And it's about questioning whether you are in the right time to begin that questioning. That's all that I was meant to share with you today. And thank you so much for joining me. If you're ready to, you know, join me in the masterclass, don't stop and join me. Down in the description box, there's a link. You can leave your email there and you'll receive a notification. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, I'll see you soon and in the next one. Bye.